foolishness. Same thing. She doesn't know what Rashi quotes, what he doesn't quote. Rashi has an interpretation. Rashi has a position. She disagrees with Rashi's position. She's not saying you could explain it differently. Right? It's open for many interpretations. That's fine. But to say that you reject Rashi's interpretation, right? You know. But I'll tell you, but it does say a lot about the person. He may not be a heretic, but the guy, it tells you who he is. I once said, somebody, Walter White's on the show, he once gave me something that was written up about, you know, people they create, I'm not sure the particular organization, I'm not going to say the organization, things which you're able to bypass the Shabbos, not to be in violation of Shabbos. Whether it's security systems, hospitals, different things, they have different ways to circumvent the Shabbos. Whatever it is. So he gave me this had to do when they wanted to have a Shabbos bus out in the Hamptons. Right? Shabbos, what did you say, bust? Bust? Or burst? Okay. Okay, so he gave me a printout from this organization that does these kinds of things. They weren't going to do it for him. They weren't. So over there they cited something, or a Shabbos mic, whatever it is. Said he cite Rav Moshe has on a microphone on Shabbos. What exactly is this, sir? So Rav Moshe goes and says certain things, and the way they dismiss Rav Moshe's position, like almost like saying that's nonsense what he said. You know, it's that. You understand? If you understand what halach is, you could disagree with Moshe. You say you don't understand Rav Moshe, but say what he says. It's nonsense. You know, you don't speak that way about Rav Moshe Feinstein. If you have any relevance, don't know what halach is. So it's a reflection on who you are. Understand? The same thing. The person may have something good to say, but if he says he disagrees with Rashi or he rejects Rashi, you have to stay away from that kind of person. You don't want to hear what he has to say, because it's intermingled with a lot of other stuff which you don't want to be exposed to. The person is definitely not a Yorei Shamayim. Forget it. Forget. The Chazon Ish once said that to come upon the truth of Torah, you have to be a Yorei Shamayim to some degree. He says there was one time in his life somebody said it had an insight in something and came upon the truth, and he was shocked because he felt the person wasn't a Yorei Shamayim. He was taken aback that person at one time, although he wasn't a Yorei Shamayim, he was able to be Mechavin Alemes, to come upon the truth. Chazon Ish. Understand? So these people, you don't want them wasting your time. You go get a second opinion in medicine. You go ask the plumber. Okay, go ask the plumber. Or the Roto-Rooter guy. You don't go to a Roto-Rooter person. Okay? Okay. We're holding Reb Shimon Gamliel cited 3 psukim to the tzdukim, or to the minim, Reb Shimon Gamliel, and they rejected every one of them. We're in the wide lines on Tzadiyom and Beis. Ad she'omer lehem mikra zeh, asher nishba Hashem el avoseichem, lo seis lohem, which Hashem promised to your avoseichem, to your forefathers, to give to them the land. Lochem lo nemar. It doesn't say to give to you. Promise them to give to you. El lohem, to give to them. But if they died, how could they have the land? Mikan, l'tchiyas hamesim min haTorah. This they accepted. This they couldn't reject. The meaning. Yeshomrim min hamikra hazeh omar lehem, v'atem adveikim b'Hashem Elokeichem, chaim kulchem hayom. It says, those who cleave to Hashem, chaim kulchem hayom. You're all alive today. Ma yom kulchem kayomim. What is it? Just as today you're all alive. Af lo lamabo kulchem kayomim. So in the future you'll also be alive. How could you be alive if you die? The answer is, this is the basis for the Tchias HaMesim. Sholu Romoyim is Rabbi Shua ben Chananya. It's interesting. Shub ben Chananya, the Gemara in Tainus, the story with the daughter of the emperor. Shub ben Chananya had tremendous wisdom, tremendous chokhmah, but he was ugly. Shub ben Chananya was ugly as sin. And the Bas Kesar, the daughter of the emperor, said to Shub ben Chananya, "How could such beautiful wisdom contain such an ugly vessel?" So it's, no, whatever. But again, this is the Romans and Reb Shub ben Chananya. Over there was Reb Shub ben Chananya, same person. Sholo Ramoyim es Reb Shub ben Chananya. How do you know that Hashem will ultimately resurrect the dead? And he will know, and he knows what the future will be. Amalahu Tarvai min amikra, both are derived from this one pasuk. Here he's speaking to Romans already. Before we speaking to Stukim, so we said because they accept the what? They accept the text. They accept Torah B'chsav. But they asked them, where do you get, what is the basis of Tchias HaMesim, and God knows the future. So he's quoting Psukim. What do Romans know about Psukim? Right? What they give any value to the Torah. Shenema v'yoma Hashem el Moshe, hinoch shochi v'mavusecho, v'komom v'zono. Same pasuk. The same pasuk Rabbi Shimon Gamliel said to the Minim, this Rabbi Shub ben Chananya is quoting to the Romans. So he says, v'dilma v'komom v'zono. So he said the same thing. Maybe v'kom, it's not going, Moshe will rise, but rather it's going on, the Jews will go do idolatry. Amalu nekutu. Mia palgo. He says, even if you reject that, accept the second part of it. You see, God knows the future. Because he says, after Moshe will die, the Jews are going to become idolaters. So you see, God knows the future. The Yodea Mashos Elios. It's interesting. No, it's a pasuk. It's irrelevant. Shum Chananya was phenomenal. He was a genius. You understand? Of course he was a genius. You know, sometimes you quote something, well, who cares? But when you feel that you won the first time, then you'll accept the second. You understand? He says, approve to Tchias HaMesim. So, and he presents it. So the one who hears the answers rejects it. Why? Because he says, you don't have to read it the way you read it the way I read it. He says, but even the way you read it, you see, you admit this, he knows the future. You understand? It's like within his victory, he admits to the future, that he knows the future. Of course he understood that. It was like an entrapment. You understand? No, Reb Shub ben Chananya knew they would respond this way. But even the way you're saying it, doesn't he know the future? The Jews are going to be idolaters. And what is that? That means the Jews are going to fail. So that's also, they don't mind if it's textual. Let it be textual. See, your text says, you Jews, you're going to be pagans like we're pagans. Yeah, but factually, but simultaneously tell me he knows the future. To be continued. Let's see the halacha.